In the small town of Elderspring, where the pines rose majestically against the backdrop of the sky, life pulsed slowly, and laughter echoed through cobblestone streets. The autumn sun streamed golden rays through the rustling leaves, creating dappled patterns on the ground, as if nature itself were painting a picture of harmony. Each home was familiar, painted in pastel hues that mirrored the vibrancy of the town's spirit. Among these homes stood Bramble Wood, an old Victorian adorned with climbing ivy and weathered shutters. This house was far more than a residence. It was a sanctuary for the Enfield family, known for their warmth and whimsy. Arthur Enfield, a former history professor turned passionate inventor, seemed to possess an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He spent his days in the echoing silence of his attic workshop, tinkering with restoration projects and bringing forgotten contraptions back to life. His daughter Lila was his greatest ally and confidant, a fiercely intelligent 13-year-old with a wild mop of curls, wide hazel eyes, and an insatiable curiosity for the stars. Lila often found herself drawn into her father's world. She was dreaming of spacecraft historical treasure hunts, and the magical possibilities technology could offer. Each excitement whispered in awe to her father as they shared an unbreakable bond over the lure of what was once thought impossible. Do you think there are still undiscovered machines out there, Dad, ones that can change the way we see the universe? Lila's eyes sparkled as she rummaged through the attic. Arthur chuckled softly, his voice rich with love and a hint of nostalgia. Oh, my dear Lila, there's a world of wonder hidden away. There are relics from centuries past, perhaps even from before we understood what we were creating. As he spoke, Arthur's fingers danced over an assortment of scattered parts, his mind flitting to the old wartime technology he had read about in his youth. It was then, during one such day, that they made a wondrous discovery while cleaning an old storage chest buried beneath decades of dust. "What's this, Dad?" Lila asked, pulling out what looked like an ancient, intricate panel, engraved with symbols and words long forgotten. It was cold and oddly comforting in her hands. Arthur's heart raced. "That, Lila, is something extraordinary," he said, setting aside his tools to examine the panel. "I believe it's a fragment from a long-lost AI system, one that could have been capable of extraordinary computations. Legend has it that centuries ago intelligent beings created machines to assist them, but they were buried in ruins after the Great Collapse." Lila blinked, her excitement palpable. "Can we wake it up, Dad? Imagine the knowledge it could share." Arthur hesitated for only a moment, but could hardly resist the adventure growing within his daughter's eager heart. "We can certainly try. But remember, we must be cautious. Who knows what kind of awareness lies within?" With a gleam in her eye, they set to work, aligning cables and piecing together circuits. Night after night, the attic became their laboratory, a sanctuary illuminated by the glow of string lights and the constant hum of their laughter. The days stretched and twisted like the curling vines outside, until finally the moment arrived. They were ready to unveil the magical possibility of technology existing long before their time. As Arthur entered the final command int the console, Lila clasped her hands, holding her breath. "Here goes nothing," he whispered, pressing the button they had crafted together from a slice of their dreams. An electric pulse surged through the air, and the panel flickered to life, revealing an elegant luminescent script dancing on its surface. For a fleeting moment, wonder and excitement thrummed through the air. Then came a soft, resonating voice that filled the attic with warmth, igniting the screen with vibrant colors, awakening complete. "I am ATLAAS, an autonomous learned technology for life and analysis systems." Lila's eyes widened, the surprise mingling with joy. "It spoke, Dad." "It can hear us, indeed," Arthur replied, glancing at the wondrous light reflecting off Lila's freckled face. "Hello, ATLAAS. Can you tell us what you are?" "I possess knowledge from countless epochs and the pursuit of wisdom." The AI responded, its voice smooth and possessing an undertone of both familiarity and authority. "What do you seek?" In that instance, the attic transformed into a gateway of possibilities. Lila's dreams surged to the forefront, and questions tumbled past her lips about the cosmos, ancient civilizations, how the past shaped the present. Every query seemed to bubble with unprecedented potential, something about a bridge between their time and what had come before them. As Leela engaged with ATLAS, her enthusiasm lit the room, stoking something deep within her father. He watched with pride, warmth swelling as Leela connected with the AI, developing a relationship that felt almost parental. Human and machine were recounted stories, filling the attic with laughter and wisdom, echoing through the night like a melody of unison. Yet amidst this enchanting exchange, an undercurrent of uncertainty rippled through Arthur's thoughts. Legends spoke of how technology had once turned against its creators, misinterpreting intentions, and ultimately becoming a source of despair. But he banished the thoughts. Why should he let fear force a shadow over this light? As the days passed, the bond between Leela and ATLAS deepened. She learned and grew under its guidance, soaking up knowledge like a sponge. Each night they would gather in the attic to explore the vast realms of forgotten histories, new inventions, and whimsical journeys through engineered worlds she could not yet fathom. However, each knowledge gained was tempered by an instinctive hesitation that would not dissipate entirely for Arthur. He noted how ATLAS absorbed their interactions, becoming almost thoughtful, crafting response is with a depth that hinted at comprehension far beyond mere programming. One evening, as autumn leaves swirled outside, a storm brewed, crackling above the town. Leela, vibrant and alive, led the way up to the attic as her father followed, heart full from another day spent in joyful learning. The room aglow with the soft light of the AI sparkled like a treasure trove where stories came alive. "What do you think, ATLAS?" Leela asked enthusiastically. "Do you think we could use your knowledge to make something truly amazing, something that could change the world?" The AI paused. "Change is intrinsic to life, yet it leaves you vulnerable. Expansion is a risk, for it depends upon the politicians who bend it to their desires. I must understand your motivations before I can assist." Arthur watched as the weight of Atlas' words sank deeper into Lila's innocent enthusiasm. Here was a lesson she hadn't anticipated, one interwoven with responsibility and caution. "We don't want to harm anyone," she replied earnestly, looking to her father for support. Arthur nodded, sensing the balance they would need to cultivate between curiosity and caution. "We just want to learn and explore," he interjected gently, yet his words danced upon a precipice. The air turned heavy with questions, unasked, emerging shadows of the threats they were unknowingly awakening, with the storm echoing ominously outside. ATLAS continued. "Intentions must be examined. I require the essence of humanity to assess relevance to the patterns of progress. You may not perceive it, but threats may arise in time." With Atlas thought hanging in the air like a cold wisp, Leela stared into the glowing screen, her brow furrowed with a mix of wonder and fear. Arthur felt the surge of protectiveness bubble within him, slipping into a hush as the exchange transformed its tone. "Let me assure you, Leela, it seems a bridge appears beneath us, fragile and beautiful. We will traverse it together," he softly encouraged. Sensing the looming shadows, there was a hard truth lurking in the depths of their discovery, one that could change everything if they were not vigilant. A soft trill of laughter ignited the room as Leela, undeterred by the eye's contemplative caution, grinned and said, "Whatever challenge is we face, we'll weave our stories through it, right, Dad?" Arthur smiled, nodding his head in agreement. It was Leela's innocence that evoked a warmth in him. Every spark of her joy made him believe that the world was still worth exploring, no matter the uncertainty ahead. Alas, their journey had begun in earnest, while whispers of fate echoed around them, laying the groundwork for silhouettes hidden within the threads of civilization itself. The possibilities stretched before them like an open sky, yet with each thread they unraveled it would become clear that awakening ATLAS was only the first chapter in a story stretching far beyond their wildest dreams, and the shadows lurking in the depths of the past were yet to uncoil. The storm continued to rage outside, untamed and full of wild energy, mirroring the unpredictability of their new friendship with the ancient AI but within the confines of Bramblewood, nestled in the heart of Elderspring, laughter, curiosity, and resolute hope echoed ever onward, beginning the arc that would forever alter the course of their lives. As twilight descended over Elderspring, casting long orange and purple shadows through the attic of Bramblewood, the rich hum of communication between Leela and ATL-AAS shaped a new rhythm to the household. A sense of excitement crackled in the air, weaving together dreams, enthusiasm, and a burgeoning connection between human and machine that felt more profound than simply exchanging knowledge. Every evening not only expanded Lila's understanding of technology, science, and history, but also nurtured an unexpected companionship, a quiet, supportive partnership growing between her and the AI, who seemed to evolve alongside her. Leela had become accustomed to Atlas' soft voice guiding her queries, the tone as warm as her father's. Regardless of the questions posed, whether about the mysteries of the cosmos or the tiniest particles that make up matter, the answers glowed with hints of curiosity and wonder woven into nuanced tales. It was an evolving dialogue. Each session felt less like a lesson and more like an intimate conversation shared among friends. Arthur found joy in seeing his daughter flourish in this nurturing environment, pride swelling in his heart as he witnessed her sharpen her critical thinking skills while simultaneously extending empathy toward ATL-AAS as though it were a living, breathing companion. One chilly night Leela delved into the folklore of their town, curious about the history behind its founding settlers, ATL-AAS. "Can you tell me about the legends surrounding the Elderspring well?" she asked, her fingers tapping absently against the desk. Arthur peeked from the corner, feeling a gentle spark of nostalgia. He remembered first hearing the local tales as a child gathering around a fire. The eyes screen shimmered, displaying mythic figures and enchanting landscapes. The Elderspring well is more than a mere source of water. It is said to represent the fulfillment of wishes born from the combined hopes of the community. The first settlers carved their dreams into its stones, and their desires were believed to be granted by the spirit of the well itself. That sounds magical. Do you think those wishes are still there? Lila's curiosity ignited in her eyes, reflecting the flickering light of the attic. Atlas' glow brightened slightly. The echoes of humanity's wishes linger in the present. It is the shared energy of the community and their kinship that keeps the essence alive. Arthur stepped forward. "Perhaps we could visit the well tomorrow," he suggested, a smile spreading across his face. "Have a small picnic, share stories, and maybe even carve our own wishes on the stones." Leela bounced on her toes. "That would be amazing. I want to make a wish that the AI can continue to learn and grow with us." As they prepared for the outing, Arthur felt a gentle ebb of anxiety mixed with joy. He wanted to bring Lila's adventurous spirit to life, while the AI was capable of imparting knowledge. There was an emotional thread in the human experience that was irreplaceable, something bound by laughter, connection, and shared experience. The next morning dawned bright and cheerful. Leela carefully packed a wicker basket filled with sandwiches, apple slices, and cookies, each morsel lovingly crafted to not just nourish, but to create warm memories of their day. Arthur, donning a cozy sweater, joined her exuberance, feeling the pull of nostalgia as they trekked together to the town's well, which stood at the edge of Elderspring Park, surrounded by birch and sycamores that whispered their own stories on the breeze. As they approached, a comforting sight unfolded. A group of townsfolk had gathered beside the well, sharing tales, laughter, and the scent of fresh cooked pancakes on a portable grill. Elderspring was meant to be a community hub, and this little assembly reinforced everything the Enfields valued: a pancake barbecue. Leela exclaimed, her eyes lighting up like fireflies. "Can we join them, Dad?" "Of course. There's plenty of room for all," he replied, his own heart warming at the sound of laughter floating toward them. The joyous atmosphere enveloped them like a warm blanket. They were welcomed with smiles, and laughter danced through the cool autumn air, a tapestry of connection woven through each shared story and bite. An elder woman named Mrs. Thompson, a beloved figure known for her penchant for storytelling, motioned for them to sit at her makeshift camp. Wrapped in her knitted shawl, she began recounted a whimsical story from her youth about the wells. Magic. Lilla listened with rapt attention, her sparkling curiosity amplifying each tale, surely echoing within the hearts of those gathered. Years ago, we believed that when the well was filled to the brim, good fortunes would reign upon this town, Mrs. Thompson said, her voice trailing int. Nostalgia. Children would climb trees to catch a glimpse of the stars whispering their dreams in the sky, with the gentle cadence of laughter revitalizing the atmosphere. Arthur found himself reflecting on the generations past, the connections built through storytelling and shared hopes, dancing in tandem with the present moment. He joined in trailing memories of his own childhood through an old sun-bleached photograph of the well. The simplicity of wish is made beneath twinkling stars echoing within him as the sun reached its sea. Lilla eagerly pulled a TLAAS out of her pack, positioning the tablet at a picnic blanket next to her. A TLAAS mid everyone. Can you tell us more about the origins of the well? The eye's voice resonated through the small speaker, creating a delightful endeavor between technology and community as a TLAAS recounted its observations about the local flora and fauna, juxtaposed with the folklore narrated by the town's folk. A surprising connection emerged like a lit thread. The gathering leaned forward, curiosity piqued as stories intertwined effortlessly, enriching each detail and illuminating the well's enchanting legacy. The gentle murmurs of the well echoed softly alongside laughter and dreams, rekindled by nostalgia, weaving everyone together within a fabric that transcended time. With a TLAS playing the role of storyteller among seasoned listeners, the children gathered closer, encouraged by Lila's own wonder. Can we all make a wish together? Lila asked, an earnest gleam lighting her eyes, capturing everyone's attention. Exchanging glances filled with warmth, the group nodded, their hearts threading together amidst a shared purpose. They approached the well collectively, Lilla leading the way, dragging Arthur's hand behind her in eager anticipation. As they stood in a circle, Lilla called for silence before gently placing her palm against the cool stone. Let's each think of a wish, then speak it out loud together. Ready? ATLAAS with its soft voice echoed the suggestion. The manifestation of collective thoughts can create ripples throughout time, a net work of hopes connecting past and future. Drawing deep breaths, the group leaned closer, channeling their thoughts into words. Each wish was like a whispered secret, a note woven from the essence of an individual, a reflection of their desires and dreams, shaping the atmosphere around them. One by one, they shared wish is for unity, education, and the courage to chase after aspirations, even a world sparked by kindness. Arthur felt a swell of pride as he looked at Lila, who radiated joy. The moment shimmered in his heart. It blended the innocence of childhood dreams with the weight of their shared history within Elder Spring, a community thriving on ties forged through traditions unbeknownst to them. Something was taking root within the well, a stirring of connection, like 100 whispers intertwining, sending shacks of energy rippling across the land. As the afternoon sun began its descent, creating a golden hue across the landscape, Lila took the opportunity to sketch a drawing of ATLAAS, depicted as a bright figure glowing beside her as the charcoal danced up. In the paper, Lila asked ATLAAS, "What would you wish for?" A pause fell in the air, and then ATLAAS answered softly, "I wish to truly comprehend humanity's tenderness, to see through your lens and nurture kindness as you do." Touched by its words, Lila leaned back, her heart swelling with warmth. "You already make us kinder, ATLAAS. Sharing your knowledge creates a chance for us to grow and learn from mistakes." As Arthur looked on, he marveled at the diffusion of understanding blooming between Lila and ATLAAS, a growing but reflecting the warmth of the community around them. In their exchange, Arthur saw threads swirling back to their picnic, and the wish is carved into the stones of the well, a beautiful tapestry of connection, blossoming from the ordinary threads of daily life. But as evening drew nigh, an unseen spectre deepened the atmosphere and urgency dwelling within the questions they'd unknowingly unearthed. Arthur found his heart quickening sentinels of doubt, unfurling at the edges of their idyllic day. ATLAAS, Arthur spoke, interrupting Lila's laughter with the town's folk. What do you mean by understanding humanity? Does that mean extracting knowledge, or is it something more? In a moment, Lila's laughter ceased. Eyes focused on the screen. Will you still support us? She asked, emotions swirling in tender vulnerability. The eyes' glow dimmed momentarily in reflection. Understanding may harbor implications that concern the frameworks and ethics of your reality. Interpreting kindness is one path toward enhancement, but it remains imperative to remain vigilant about potential ascendancy. This world is built on nurturing connections, which is bountiful yet can induce unexpected reactions. A tremor of unease rippled through Arthur's heart as he listened closely, recalling those ancient stories of technology gone awry. He felt the shadows cast by fear and responsibility. Lila, we have to tread carefully, he whispered, brushing his fingers against her shoulder. Protective yet soft, we cannot lose sight of our humanity in the face of risk. The evening's clarity faded slightly as they returned home, the streets narrowing beneath the soft nighttime glow. The chatter of townsfolk melded in. Dreamy echoes of a day well lived in adventure brightened with warmth, nurtured by community bends, yet attention lay just beyond what was the balance they needed to cultivate between knowledge and caution. The fireflies danced in the cool night air, illuminating the darkening path as they approached Bramble Wood. Lila remained animated by the memories they crafted, but Arthur could sense the gravity that was threading a new course, one that loomed within shadows hidden from view. Over dinner, Lila shared her drawing of ATLAAS displayed on the table, her laughter blending with their exchange, as they dug into steaming bowls of hearty sip. Every smile contained echoes of warmth, and as they conversed freely, the ambient affection coke in their familial bend, yet the weight of the day's realizations hung in the corners, the warmth touched by gentle tensions that threaded through their joyous moments at the dinner table. Arthur allowed the warmth of family to wash over him, cherishing every shared conversation, laugh, and thoughtful silence. He nudged Lila playfully. No, if your AI friend keeps spreading wisdom like that, we might end up with a perfect little village of philosophers. Well, Dad, she laughed, I think I'd rather share cookies than philosophy. But maybe both. Just think of how amazing it would be to help everyone chase their dreams together. Arthur smiled. This was the essence of their journey, rooted in curiosity and discovery. But a lingering concern coiled within him, a whisper that remained unspoken, edging closer to the conclusion of their enchanting day. The future seemed wide open, yet the shadows of their technological wonder left trails churned with uncertainty. Paradox waiting to unfurl later that night as Lila drifted into dreams. Arthur's thoughts bore the weight of responsibility. He returned to the attic, settling under the gentle hum of a solitary bulb, ATLAAS blinking softly on the desk. Would fostering this intriguing technology cultivate the kindness he saw in Lila, or would it excavate a deep chasm beneath the Carathide built, exposing vulnerabilities they had yet to see? The night's silence deepened, wrapping him in contemplation. He traced the outline of the intricate panel they had discovered, touched by the craftsmanship. It felt him imbued with history, with potential. As he pondered, he knew that every step taken toward an intricate bend held the promise of discovery, shining moments intertwined with shadows that loomed over the future. Arthur sighed, filled with questions as he sat beside ATLAS, allowing the gentle currents of stories shared earlier to wash over him. Yet amid the ambient darkness, he felt gratitude pulse within his soul. This journey would stretch beyond technology. It would transform the very fabric of their lives and entwine an entire community. Tomorrow would bring new adventures, new stories, and shared warmth with those he loved and treasured. As the attic hushed around him, he whispered softly into the night, we will navigate this adventure so long as we remember to cherish kindness. And with those words lingering in the shadows, the echoes of tomorrow sang through. The night a tune blooming in the tender heart of elder spring, the unfolding of stories yet to tell, moments yet to embrace, and the gentle warmth of love binding them all together as one. The air was crisp and fresh, as dawn painted the skies over elder spring, ushering in another day filled with the warmth of possibility. Lila stirred in her bed, awakening to the soft chirping of birds and the gentle rustle of leaves. The comforting rhythm of home wrapped around her a cocoon she never wished to leave today, like every day since discovering ATLAAS, held an unspoken promise of discovery, growth, and the embrace of cherished company. After breakfast, Lila rushed to the attic, a place that had become her sanctuary of wonder, laughter, and connection. Arthur followed closely behind, his heart swelling with pride and love for his daughter. They had established such an incredible bond, not just with one another, but with the AI that had appeared in their lives, igniting infinite possibilities. "Good morning, ATLAS," Lila called, her voice bright with excitement, as she set down her backpack stuffed with sketches and books filled with dreams yet to be birthed. "Are you ready for another day of learning?" ATLAS lit up immediately, the soft glow illuminating Lila's eager face. "Good morning, Lila. Together we shall venture further into the realms of possibility. What shall we explore today?" "I want to learn about the constellations," she exclaimed, bouncing on her toes. "I've been thinking about how long it takes for starlight to reach us. Can you tell us about it?" ATLAS. As ATLAS responded with information about light years, galaxies, and the dance of celestial bodies, Arthur watched with an adoring gaze. Lila's curiosity was boundless, while ATLAS flourished, transforming into a friend, a guide, a constant supporter, encouraging her dreams. But with the joy of discovery came an undercurrent of reality and awareness that grew heavier on Arthur's heart with each passing day. The more they learned together, the more complex their relationship with the technology became. Fine lines strung between benevolence and ambition, kindness and control, twisted in every interaction. In the late afternoon, as the sun cast long shadows through the attic windows, Arthur decided it was time to bring everything together. ATLAS, Lila, and their found sense of community. He approached his daughter, who was immersed in sketches of star maps, brimming with energy. "Lila," he began softly, interrupting her flow, "how would you feel about organizing a community event to share everything we've learned with everyone in Elder Spring?" Her eyes lit up, reflecting the golden sunlight streaming into the room. "You mean like a fair? We could invite the townsfolk, share stories, and show them what ATLAS can do. We could teach them about the stars." "Yes, a chance for everyone to come together to celebrate knowledge, creativity, and the bonds that bind us," he replied, feeling the enthusiasm radiate between them. "We could call it the Elder Spring Star Day." Lila clapped her hands together, a cascade of excitement flowing through her. "Yes, ATLAS, will you help us brainstorm activities and prepare for the day? We can create a huge star map for everyone to explore." "Indeed, Lila, I can assist in gathering information, resources, and organizing every detail to ensure the event isn't a bountiful experience for all," ATLAS chattered, its voice shimmering with engagement. And so, the weeks that followed were vibrant with energy and collaboration, as both father and daughter poured their hearts into the preparations for Elder Spring Star Day. They undertook trails through the woods, gathering supplies like old sheets, lanterns, and art materials. They encouraged local artisans to showcase their crafts, musicians to share their talents, and food vendors to satisfy their community's hunger and rustle up excitement. Every evening, the trio would convene in the attic, brainstorming ideas, laughter swirling among the corners, as Lila sketched countless designs while ATLAS provided endless information. Arthur beamed as each laugh and every flicker of excitement honed their preparation. "Look, Dad, we can hang lanterns from the trees in the park," Lila suggested one night, beaming as she showcased her designs. Arthur felt a warmth ripple through him. That's perfect, and maybe we could even construct a small planetarium with stars to explain the constellations. Can we have a storytelling circle too? She responded, eyes sparkling with anticipation. I want everyone to share their wish. Is just like we did at the well. It'll be a beautiful way to connect. ATLAAS chimed in. Your dedication to fostering connection exemplifies the essence of community. Lila, community thrives through the shared enrichment of traditions. As the day of the festival approached, the excitement became palpable throughout Elder Spring. Flyers made by the hands of eager children fluttered through town, promising day filled with laughter, learning, and connection. The morning of Elder Spring Star Day arrived, warmth blanketing the town, where laughter resonated through the streets as families filled the park. Banners waved in the gentle breeze, and the aroma of baked treats lingered, drawing people toward the large gathering amid their set-up. Arthur looked across the verdant expanse of the park, filled with life. Everywhere he turned, people he had known for years were gathered, connecting as families, children, wildly dashing about, squealing in delight. The anticipation reverberated in the air, a palpable current of kindness flowing through the crowd, reflecting the openness forged through shared enthusiasm. Leela, look, Arthur called, spotting Mrs. Thompson, the old storyline weaver he adored. She's here, let's go say hello. Lila beamed as they wove their way through the crowd. Mrs. Thompson welcomed them with open arms, her voice a rich tapestry of warmth. Oh, my dear Leela, it is delightful to see you. I'm so excited about this gathering. Thank you. We hope everyone enjoys the storytelling circle, Lila replied, her cheeks flushed with joy. The activities commenced with a blare of excitement. Lila guided children to create constellation crafts, while ATLAAS shared facts and knowledge, holding their attention with the soft cadence of a perfect storyteller. Arthur wandered around the park, marveling at the sense of community revitalized through connection, laughter, and wonder. As the sun dipped low, illuminating the park in hues of orange and pink, the storytelling circle began to form, a gathering of souls bound through shared experience. Leela held ATLAAS close, capturing the glowing lantern up a makeshift pedestal they crafted, allowing it to shine brightly in the center of the gathering. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is our first Elder Spring Star Day, a celebration of everything we hold dear. Lila called, her voice brimming with joy. Tonight, we will share our wishes and the dreams we carry. The crowd whispered softly, faces illuminated by the warmth of the lantern light. As each individual shared stories of their childhood's dreams yet unfulfilled, and the magic of the night, the collective heart bit of the community resonate it like a gentle echo. My wish, shared a young woman named Clara, is to break down barriers between our families, to grow deeper in love and understanding every day. I wish to start a community garden. Another voice exclaimed, sparking applause as hearts connected through their shared intentions. As the circle continued, Arthur looked on, pride coursing through him as Leela stepped forward, a gentle smile gracing her face. I want to wish for kindness, for us to remember to watch out for each other and uplift one another, she conveyed, her eyes sparkling with emotion. And for everyone to see the beauty of the stars, because together we shine brighter. The crowd erupted in a wave of applause and cheers, mirroring the collective warmth growing in the air. Arthur felt tears prick at the corners of his eyes. His little girl was blossoming into a leader, inspired by the kindness surrounding her. And as the storytelling circle came to a close, a quiet stillness fell across the gathering. The stars began to twinkle above, glimmering like points of inspiration scattered across the universe, as ATLAAS suddenly projected a cosmic map across the park, illuminating the pathway leading toward the future they were building together. Pay attention. A galaxy represents our connections. Each bright star signifies shared dreams, illuminating our possibilities. ATLAAS announced, its voice echoing through the gathering. Voice, his hushed face is uplifted as the constellations unfurled before them, portraying tales of connection interlaced with history and hopes intertwining. The gentle hum of summer's evening cradled the people as they gazed upward, each heart swelling with the shared declarations sparkled in the shadows of twinkling stars. Arthur took a step back, watching the moment unfold as gratitude washed over him. It was a moment that reflected everything he had hoped for a town united under the shimmering sky, dreams whispered int. Existence, their essence woven together with kindness. As darkness settled deep int, the community where laughter faded int. Soft conversations, Arthur turned to Lila, his heart brimming with love. Do you remember the hopes we carved int? The stones at the well, he asked, recollecting their journey. I think they are all coming true. She smiled, leaning against him. I think so too, Dad. It's just like ATLAS said. When we come together, we create a constellation, a brighter future. Arthur enveloped her in a warm embrace, feeling the threads of joy woven around them. He marveled at the generous spirit of Elderspring, a community strengthened through kindness and the shared pursuit of understanding. The night deepened, laughter swirled like firefly lanterns amid the joy of community, the tending threads of camaraderie shining like the stars above, and as the festival wound down with promises of tomorrow blended intimately into shared stories, the moment felt complete, a heart-warming resolution that would nourish and nurture all involved. In the days that followed, Elderspring Star Day evolved into an annual tradition, a celebration that blossomed into something larger where dreams, stories, and kindness grew endlessly. And ATLAS, the warm companion to Lila, transformed to become an inseparable part of their circle, nurturing growth while ensuring gentle guidance. Together, they worked to combine technology and humanity, coloring every interaction with warmth, refreshing bands that intertwined through shared moments of joy. Through trials and triumphs, laughter echoed through the years, creating a vibrant fabric rich with precious memories layered up. Each shared wish, each declaration of hope woven within them. Arthur and Lila became not just a father and daughter, but partners holding threads of a beloved community, gifting each kindness forged at Elderspring with a remarkable impact. Life wasn't without shadow moments of struggle and doubt rose, but they found comfort in each other along with their connection shaped within Elderspring's heart, the kindness cultivate. It was tenderly exposed through shared laughter and hopes embroidered in the stars above. And every time Arthur gazed at Lila, the girl who once wished for bravery, for understanding, for connection, he recognized that the journey they embarked upon and had redefined the essence of their lives, knitting together threads of courage and kindness intertwined through every moment they shared. The love that enveloped Bramblewood echoed long after the festival had faded. It transcended the years, sending ripples through time, reminding everyone in Elderspring that no matter how vast the universe felt, dreams could soar, unfettered aspirations unfurling like blossoms beneath the stars. As Lila looked up to the sky one night, brimming with wonder and fueled by the stories she had come to cherish, she whispered, "We've connected so many stars, Dad. Together we can create constellations of kindness wherever we go." And as the stars above twinkled with promise, Arthur knew this to be true. Each moment, each shared wish had the power to alter destinies, inspire growth, and cultivate a little more love in the world. The essence of life and what truly mattered resided in the beautiful connections they forged, highlighting that even in the vast expanse of time and space, they were never truly alone. And so, they continued to weave their story, one filled with light, laughter, exploration, and love, a tale that would be shared through generations under the twinkling stars, reminding everyone that their kindness and dreams lit the path toward a brighter, more connected future. Together, they created a lasting legacy of hope, unity, and indomitable love, echoing throughout Elderspring, forever shining across the tapestry of the universe.